Good morning, everybody. It is 10 a.m. and I am Eileen and I am coming to you from Jane Nicole Designs. And today we are going to do some paper. I love to do scrapbooking and card making and things like that. So I just wanted to show you all what I had drummed up. I have some just cardstock that's left over from different projects I've done, and we are going to make, this is called an explosion box, and I'm not sure if that word is okay on Facebook, so I'm going to call it a flutter box because there are little butterflies on it, and I have butterflies as my theme and stuff like that. So I'm gonna let a few of you gals get on and find out where you're at. Go get a cup of coffee. I have my beautiful, it's a 2-cupper today, and it says, "Hello, gorgeous." I've got creamer in it, so it's a little sweet. I like a little creamer with my coffee, and so we are off and ready. So let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first time, put a newbie on there. If you're watching after the fact, hashtag replay. And yeah, come along with me. We're just gonna hang out for a little while, make some crafty stuff. I would love it if you would comment just what you're thinking while you're watching, if you have any suggestions of what's going on, if you have you know, ideas of this project and what maybe you might be giving me some tips of some better ways to do things. There is several ways to be able to do this flutter box. So we are going to just do one of them. I've been watching, I have made them in the past actually for a store, and then just doing different variations of it. And then I actually went on YouTube just to make sure that, because it's been a while since I've made one, and so we just kind of, you know, I was just going around saying, okay, well, we'll see what is up and new and coming about all what's going on. But I think it's pretty much the same as when I was doing it. So this is it. This is going to be from 5 pieces of 12 by 12 paper. And like I said, there's several different ways to do it, but I'm just going to show you, this is the latest way that I think that you can get more bang for your buck out of these papers. So what I'm using today, this one here is, I think it's just one of those big paper packs. It's a single sided print. So I did have to, you know, take some paper and flip and do a few things so that it's all beautifully colored. But today's paper, I'll show you in just a second, it is double-sided. So I do recommend the double-sided cardstock. And then I just took some punches. We're actually gonna, this is McGill, we're gonna do some punches and things like that. Here's a little butterfly. And we are also going to use, we'll see how this goes. I haven't used this yet on this type of a project, but we're going to use our little mini Cricut heat tool, and we're going to be pressing on some, it's almost like it's a puff iron-on, so we're going to try that. I did turn on my glue gun because we're not going to be using the you know, it could be photo, or it could be just a cute little box for like a birthday or something like that. And so I'm not going to be super concerned about being, quote, photo safe, because there's a few things where I just love the idea of having the glue be a super, you know, sturdy. So we are also going to be using, this is tacky glue, sorry for it being backwards, but the tacky glue is from Scotch. You can get, it's 3M, and this is a glue that you can use with flowers. You can use paper to paper. I've even glued metal on it, so that is really good. I got this at Michael's. It's like $5 to $6, I believe, but well worth it, and it goes a long, long way. So I do use this quite a bit in this type of a project. So we're going to be using sponging. So we're going to do some techniques and things like that that you can do scrapbooking wise, and you can also transfer it to be able to use it for card making and any type of crafting. So just let me know. First of all, have you ever made one of these boxes? And I will open it up in a second because it's super fun when it flutters about. If you've made one of these, let me know the sizes that you've made, and if there's any type of modification that you have done, and either putting flowers or ribbon. I pretty much stuck to paper and a few little embellishments just to show you that, you know what, you can run in your craft room, get some cardstock and a few little embellishments, have some punches, and be able to do this project super quick. So right off the bat, if you want the instructions and the sizes that I use today, I will get that to you, but go ahead in the comments if you want it, put in instructions and I will send you the instructions. And I'm actually going to use this as a giveaway. So if you would like to be in the pot to be able to get this today, I will actually do a drawing next week at my next Wednesday 10 a.m. live. And go ahead and put in the comments there, put in Flutter, it's Flutter Box, and I will put you in the drawing, and I'll draw a name. I will, up until the last minute before my live next week, I will put you in. If you put in the comments, do Flutterbox. I'm also on Instagram, and so I will be putting this on Instagram as well, and you can tag friends and get more entries. So one entry on Facebook, Flutterbox, and then I will be putting this up on Instagram, and then you can get more. So J. Nicole Designs is my Facebook and my Instagram, so you're welcome to join me and hang out with me and enter that giveaway. So this is what's going to go up next week on the giveaway. So I just want to make sure I did a new camera angle, because the last time it was super dark, and I'm just trying something new, but it looks like there's a little bit of a shadow. So we'll bear with me, okay? I might even put my, let's see if I put my, nah, that makes it even worse. So we'll have to figure that out next time, if we can get more of or less of a what do you call it? A shadow. So anyways, okay, so here we go. Come along with me. This is how you open it. And I'm going to put my little spinner around, and then watch. It just kind of flips. So this is what we're going to be doing. And what it is it's just, like I said, 5 pieces of paper, and we're going to be cutting. I'll show you how to do it. And then it pops up, and look at there. I put little butterflies and things like that in it. So it's really a beautiful, beautiful gift to be able to give away. This one here is more of like a shopping. I didn't really do an actual holiday or anything, you know, so it's pretty generic. It's got the pink and the silver. There's sparklies in it. Like I said, there's a little layers and things like that. So this is what we're gonna be going for. So I love it. I think it took me a little bit last night to figure it out. I was on Facebook and YouTube just trying to make sure that I knew what I was doing. But this is how it closes. So each page goes up and then turns up and then turns in. So, and then, like I said, that's how it goes. So isn't that fun? I think it's great. I love being able to, when people open up and do you know, my gifts and things like that, I just love to wow them, and I think this is a really good wow factor. So this is what we're off to, and I'm gonna set that, I might even just see if I can put it in the corner here so that we know where we're going. And we'll just put it like that for right now. I do need a lot of space because we've got some 12 by 12s that we're going to be working with, and so I wanted to make sure that I have ample room. So I might even, let's just do this for right now. We'll put it over there and we can see it. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is, oh, good morning. It's good to see that you guys are watching. Today we are going to be using my all-time very favorite page or paper that we're going to be using. This is, it's called Winnie's Walls. This is from SEI, and I just was on the website there. It's up in the back there, seicrafts.com. And this paper I bought, oh goodness, quite a while ago. And I've been holding on to it, saving it, making, you know, like little projects. And like I said, it comes in a pack of, there's 25 sheets. There's a little bit of, this one has actually some stickers and things like that. So we've kind of, you know, I've just kind of started a little bit, and then I'm gonna actually just do it, and I'm gonna use this paper for the project. I've had this paper for probably 10 years, something like that. I've just been saving it. I love the color combination. SEI does an awesome job of color coordinating for you. They are double-sided. So if you want to go to seicrafts.com, that's where I got this paper. It is obviously not available this exact pack, but they've got some beautiful ones. I was looking, they have some butterflies and all sorts of really nice papers. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 4 layers and then a lid. So what I did is I already pre-picked what I would like to do, and I will show you that. Here is one. It's got a orange on the back. These are my extra. I think I might make that for the top. Here's another one. This is almost like a yellow, kind of, yeah, it's a little bit different. This one here is more flowers, and then we've got some polka dots. And then we have just, I think these are just little polka dots, and then we've got some green paper. And then this is the outside. I wanted to do something coordinating with stripes and things like that. So that's the ones that we're going to be using. And this comes in the pack. This is a bunch of alphabet. And then here is some tags and things like that. These ones here, they're just, you know, regular tags. These here, I've already used some of it, but these are little tags that are actually stickers. So we may be using a little piece like that. There's a few little squares and things like that I might be using on the other pages. So we'll just have to see wherever the wind takes us in that regard. So we are going to, I'll put some of this stuff off to the side. We are also going to use, and I love this idea, this is felt, and they have this on the website, different felt pieces of paper, and it's soft, and it's got a texture to it. It's, you know, I would say more of a velvety type of feel to it. And then this right here, I'm excited about this. When I bought this pack, I had no idea what it was about, and so it's been sitting in there the whole time because yeah, I had no idea how to use it. And then I looked on the back, and it's like, oh, an iron-on. Oh, okay. So we are going to turn on our little mini heat press there, and we are going to try it for the first time. So you're going to be adventurous with me, and, you know, we'll try something new. So I'm going to put that off to the back there. Make sure that we have ample room for this. So put my readers on to be able to see what I'm up to, and we will get going. So we'll put all of our embellishment, I call these embellishment papers, we're going to put those off to the side. And you know me, I'm one of those where when I do a project, I always like to start from the bottom up. And so this is going to be the bottom of the, you know, the base of my box. So I want the outside to be the striped colors. So I'm going to flip it like this. And what we're going to do, I have something for you to think about. If you are so inclined, these are 3 different inks that we're going to distress it with. And so that one is pear. This one is bamboo. It's a little bit more of like, almost like a beige color. And then this one here, this is called creme brulee, and it is a yellow. So these are the 3 colors I'm going to decide if what I'm gonna just stress it somehow, but I'm not sure which one. So if you have a preference that you see that you wanna make sure, go ahead and in the comments there, it's creme brulee, bamboo, and pear. So I will put them right here. We can just kind of, those are the three that we're gonna look at. And if you see one that you're like, ooh, I want that one, or I like that one better, let me know. So the tools that we're gonna be using to be able to put this together is a cutter, a 12 by 12 inch cutter, and then it's a scoring platform, and I'm not even sure what it is called. There's several different brands. This one here, this is close to my heart. And they have, if you can see on there, there's these little ridges, and then it's got a ruler up at the top. And how you do this, so you're gonna be scoring, this is the tool that you're going to be scoring down each of these lines. And I'll tell you in the process which lines and things. There are several different ways that you can do this. This right here, this is it's called an impressor, and it has a little bead on it, and you can actually go down and use this the same way. This is a stylus. This is something else. This is I think I got this at Joann's. But this you can use as well. So there's several different ways. If you don't have this tool, you can actually just take your ruler right here, and you can take your stylus, and wherever you want that, you can just go right down. So there's several ways. You don't have to have this, but it sure is nice to be able to use it. So Close to My Heart has it. I'm sure that you can go on Amazon and find something that you know, is the same idea, but it does have a swing out. So if you need to go farther than that, you're welcome to. But today we're just going to be using just the inside squares here. So you guys know this. This is my handy dandy 15-year-old cutter. It has a swing out as well. This one I think is Fisker's. But I've had, like I said, I've had this for at least 15 years. These blades right here, they are interchangeable. And here's another way how to do the scoring if you don't have the stylus or anything like that. I got mine, this thing, and this came with it, and I was like, I have no idea what this is all about. So this is actually the scoring blade. It is not sharp, and you can use this as well. So we are not going to do that today, but I just wanted to show you what that crazy black thing is when you get these cutters, what that's for. So we are going to use the blade today, and the blades are orange. And so the first thing we're going to do, let's get started, right? I know, lots of information, but I want to make sure that you are well informed of the project. So I am just going to cut this little piece off. It just is a barcode and things like that. So we're not going to need that part. So this is my 12 by 12 piece of paper. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do it in thirds. We're going to score and then twist, score in thirds. And so if you have this paper here, this is 12 by 12, you're going to score at 4 inches. I have a little thing here. I'm making sure that I'm giving you the right measurements and things like that. So we're going to take out our stylus here, and I'm going to go to my 4, back there. I'm going to go to my 4, and I'm just going to go down the side. Make sure you go all the way, and I usually do it twice. And then again. So at 4, turn it a quarter. There we go. Okay. So if you can see that, I'm giving you that side because I don't know if you could, no, you can't really, but this is what it's looking like. So it almost looks like a tic-tac-toe. And so I just do a little bit of a, make sure that, there we go. And so that is our first layer. Now I'm going to cut it because I want those little pages, when we open up our book, I want that little page to flip almost like a door or, you know, a window. So I'm only going to cut, and you can decide which way, but I'm going to only cut on one side, and I want to keep the same pattern of that side going around my project. So I'm going to cut on the left side, and I could do this with the trimmer, but to me it's faster to just do it this way. And I thought, well, I need to have it straight, but I think it doesn't matter. That it is not that pertinent. There we go. And then just making sure that you only cut one side, go all the way down to that crosshair right there of the folds. So then I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna flip, make sure that it lines up good. And this is the base. So it's 12 by 12, scored at 4 inches. So if I were to put this together, flipping each one up, let's make sure that this is, there we go. There we go. Make sure that it's folded already, and see how I put the fold on the outside? Tuck the other one up. There we go. So this is going to be the base. How cool and easy. It's super easy. So we'll do that. Now, I usually do my projects from the base up, and that's what I want to do. I want a good foundation, and then I'm going to do every kind of process once, and then we'll embellish at the end. So do know that. I don't want to decorate this all and that's it and then move on to the next. I want to keep that process going because my tools are right here. They're ready to go, and so I just want to make sure that you know that it's something that it's just an Eileen-ism. So all right, so my next one, I don't think I want green on green, so I'm going to actually flip that over, and I want the polka dots. I think I want, or you know, this would be really pretty to be able to contrast with that color. I think, oh goodness, should we do that? The possibilities are endless, but I think, let me look here, because this is going to be my top. I want that. I know that. Ooh, that could be really pretty like that with that green. That's a little too busy for me, but I think that is going to be super pretty. Or we could go polka dots and, nope. I like it this way, I think. What do you think? Okay, I've made my decision. This is what we're going to do. That is one thing that's so fun about these projects. The sky is the limit. Okay, so there's my base. I'm going to set that off to the side. I want to make sure that I don't cut anything or mess that one up. But the next layer it's going to be 11 by 11. So I'm going to cut 1 inch off of each of the sides here. I'm going to do 2 sides. So I'm going to cut this little piece off as well because that's junk. So let's just go ahead and swing out the arm here because we want it to be 11 by 11. So I'm just going to go right to 11. Make sure that, so keep all this stuff because we're going to be using this to embellish. So that's what I love about this. All the little scraps and things like that we are going to be using. All right, so here's the 11 by 11. This is going to be usable. Good morning, Renee. It's good to see you. Awesome. I hope you're doing well today. Okay, so this one here, this is the 11 by 11 square. I'm going to score it at 3 5/8. So let's say if you want the instructions, let me know. Just put in the the comments instructions and I'll send you them. But it's going to be, let's see here, it's going to be 3 5/8. We're going to go right about 3 5/8. So if you can see that there, we're going to run down. Three and 5/8. Just want to make sure. And that's the cool thing about this. The ruler is right here. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay. So if you can see it, there it is. It's all ready for me. Okay, so this one here, I am going to make sure I go and crease each one of them because I'm actually going to take out the square and we're going to make it almost like a cross. So that is the layers. Let's get our project here. So remember, this is the paper that we kept. These little layers right here are in, you can see it a little bit better here. They're in X or a cross kind of thing. So we are going to be cutting out the corners of each of the next layers of the papers. So you can do it two ways. You can decide if you want to, you can cut it out with a scissors, or you can cut it out with a cutter. And you will go on the creases, and on the crease, the blade here, I'm going to show you because there's this little tick right here, and that's where it says it's going to cut to the end of. So if you're going to be cutting and you want to go right to that little corner there, that is the little tick mark that you're going to follow. So let me put this back in. Let's do this so I don't squish it here. There we go. Whoops, wrong way. Nope. Let's get it in here. There we go. So I'm going to start putting it on the line that I just scored, and I'm going to push down and I'm going to go all the way just to that line, just to the line there. And I want to just line it up, and then I'm going to turn it a quarter, and I'm going to use the bottom part. We'll go from the other end, and if you want to, you can do both sides. I'm just going to make sure that it's lined up. This is one of those where you got to, it's important to make sure that the lines are there, and you only go to what you want. Pick it up. Make sure it's where you want it to be. And like I said, only go to that tick mark, and then there it goes. See that? That's super fun. Okay, so let's move it over to the other one. We'll just do that the same way. So go ahead and go all the way to that score mark. Go to the other score mark. We're going to turn it a quarter, do the same thing. Let's make sure it gets in, it's important it goes to that spot. There we go. Because I've done that where I've gone all the way and I've cut it and I'm like, no! So it's been one of those. I had to start all over again. So there we go. We're taking these off. So, and like I said, we're going to use those for embellishments and little little pieces on our project. Okay. So there is layer one. And there we go. So that's how it's going to go. And we're going to do 2 more layers. And I will do these kind of quick. The next layer is going to be a 10 by 10. So I'm going to cut at 10. So like I said, we're just going to go right at 10 inches. Use our cutter, cut this piece off, use it as an embellishment later. There we go. I just want to make sure that you guys can see what's going on. Okay, so here's my 10 by 10 square, and I'm gonna do that one at 3 1/4. So I'm gonna get my scorer out. Do that. Here's my scoring blade. So I'm gonna go to 3 1/4. So it's right here. Make sure you guys can see. And I do it twice. Make sure that it scores well. There we go. Good morning. How's it going? Good morning, Amy. How you doing? Oh, let's do it one more time. I think I only did it once. Like I said, this is important. 3 1/4, 3 1/4. So we're just scoring at 3 1/4, running it down 2 times. There we go. And we will cut at 3 1/4. So let me know that where you're watching from and how's your weather today. Yesterday we had snow. And I was very disappointed because I was running off to, I teach Bible study, and I was running off to Bible study, and I was like, oh, please, I do not want to go home in snow. And thankfully, it did not keep going. It only was like a dusting. So I was very thankful. I'm not a huge snow driver. So, and my husband is on a business trip. So it is just, it's Abby and I and our 120-pound, 25-pound German Shepherd hanging out at the house. So I didn't have my chauffeur. So like I said, we're cutting off these pieces right here. There we go. I'd say just go up to the line there that we scored. We're just making the little cross right to the cross there. So we're taking away these. Now, see how that is? There's another layer. And then we're going to do so here's 12 by 12, 10 by 10, and then, or 11 by 11, and then 10 by 10. And this one's a little bit smaller. So in the project here, I actually made a little top for the middle of it because I put little tiny, I'll show you here. I put little tiny butterflies in it, and I wanted to, you know, when the person opens it up, the little butterflies kind of, you know, shake around. So that one is more of like a little treasure box, I would say. So that one is going to be 7 1/2, and trying to decide. Here's all my colors here. Those are the color scheme I'm using. Should I go back to green? What do you think? Good morning, Judy. It's good to see you. So, ooh, I think I want the green. What do you think? Or, okay, I can decide here. Should I do the flowers? Would that be awesome? Should I, no, that's kind of boring. I think I will use the green. What do you guys think? Well, the green, Renee. Okay, good. That's what I was thinking, Renee. It's green. So it's going to be 7 1/2. So I will first cut the 7 1/2. 7 1/2. Let's make sure I measure twice, cut once, right? I don't want my very favorite paper to for me to have to redo it. So 7 1/2. There we go. Look at, we've got some really pretty embellishment papers. Okay, and so this one here, we're going to score at 2 1/2. There we go. So we're going to take this, put it in the corner. I want to make sure you guys can see it. So 2 1/2. And that's my little mark right here. So like I said, we're just going to, gotta make sure 2 times. That's my thing. It probably could do 1, and it also depends on how heavy you push on it. I pushed on it super heavy, went right through the paper, and had to redo it. So I want to be not too forceful. Okay, so there we are, and you can see it better here. We're going to be cutting out these little squares on the corner. So let's put our scorer away for just a second. And we're gonna take our cutter back. And once again, I promise, last time for at least this part. Go right to the scoring. I say, if you're just joining me, let me know how your weather is. I love to find out where, you know, people are and what they get to experience as far as, this has been a crazy winter. I told my husband it is definitely a vacation time in the winter that we need to plan for next either January or February, doing something a little bit warmer. It has been cold for so long. So okay, let's make sure where that score is. There we go. And right down to the score mark. Let's make sure. Yeah, I didn't cut it that way. There we go. And it makes actually this kind of almost like this little like niche that you can, you know that it goes right to that corner. Okay, so there we go. We're ready. I know it took a few minutes, but it is well worth it once you get the dimensions and the sizes together. You will love doing these. These are super fun. I haven't done it in probably, I would say 4 or 5 years, and I loved being able to do it at the time. And then I thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna go back to trying that. Okay, so this right here, this is gonna be the top of our project. And let me look, it is at 6 1/4 inches. So, and you know what? Feel free to re-watch this over and over again. You can do that as many times as you'd like. That's the cool part about I will post it again. And if you want the instructions to do this, put in the comments instructions and I will send them to you. If you would like, some of you just came on, I'm going to be taking this one here and I'm going to be putting it up for a giveaway. So if you put in the comments Flutter box, I will put you in a drawing to be able to get this next week. I'm going to do it on Wednesday. We'll draw it. I'm also going to put it on Instagram, and so you can tag, like, and all that kind of stuff and get some more entries. So Jane Nicole Designs on Instagram and Facebook will put you into the drawing for it for next week. So I'm excited. It's a super cute one. And I think this one might go up on my Etsy store. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I can part with the paper, but we'll see. Okay, so we're making the lid, and I want to make sure that the lid is going to be just so. It's going to be encompassing everything in this, so it needs to be a little bit larger than what's going on here in the box. So I cut it at 6 1/4, excuse me, by 6 1/4, and then I'm going to score it at 1 inch. And I will show you what we're going to do with that 1 inch. So same thing as we do the X's, but we're going to do the lid. And this one here, once I get this scored, I'm going to pull it down a little bit on each of the corners, and I'm only going to cut, just like our base, I'm only going to cut on one side of it. So I'm going to pick, when I look at it, I'm going to pick the left side to be able to do that. And I'm just going to take my scissors. You can use the cutters, but it takes more time if you do that. And it's not super, you know, pertinent that it is absolutely straight. It just needs to be a little tag there. We're going to be tucking it under to make the top of the box. Okay, so you see that little tab there? We are going to be pushing that in, and then we're going to take the next side and we're going to fold it over like that. Isn't that cool? I love it. So we're going to do that like this, kind of get it ready, prime it up, make sure that when we put the glue on it. This I actually am going to glue with the the hot glue gun. Okay, so we are ready. We've cut all of our bases. We're ready to start embellishing, putting the things together. Let me clear my space a little bit because we are gonna go to town on embellishing. And this is one of my favorite parts. I love doing this. So we've got our 4 layers, and now we're gonna do our box. And this is my glue gun, and I always show this if I'm gonna be doing a glue gun thing because I'm notorious for burning myself, and I have not burned myself as many times with this, so it's been so nice to be able to use this. I got this at Walmart, and it's from Gorilla Glue. I do actually have the Gorilla Glue sticks in it, and it works really, really well. It does have a dual temperature, so this on floral or the low setting, so it's more, better to be able to use this. Good morning, Cindy. It's good to see you're watching. Let me see. What is the weather up there in the corner of Washington? It looks like Renee. Ooh, you have fog? Ooh, yeah. We've got kind of like it's like a haze that's been over our place for like 2 weeks. It's just kind of weird. It's not the Northwest dreary, but it's the foggy kind of bright. You can tell that there's sun trying to pop out, but it doesn't. It's not. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use to put these together. I don't want to wait and just hold it. So I use little clothespins, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a dab of glue on this, fold it in, and I make sure it's where I want it to be, and then I'm just going to put a little piece of, or little clothespin. And look how fast that goes together. I mean, you know me, I'm the McDonald's girl. I want it quick and fast, and I don't want to wait around. So this is my best solution for that. There we go. And just make sure that it sits all the way down to the base of it. See how I made sure that it goes all the way down to the base of the top. And then that will make it so that it's square when it sits on your project. All right, so just put a little dab of glue here. Make sure that it is just goes straight down to the edge of the cardstock and the bottom there. And there you go. That's how I put this together. And then we are going to be putting some stuff on the top, but I'm just going to let this sit off to the side until I do the top the last, because I always like to build from the foundation up. Okay, so these are our extras. We're going to be doing these in just a few minutes, but I want to show you, this is the base. Remember, we're going to be folding this part on the outside, each one. And I want to, each piece, I want to give it some character. So we are going to take a few minutes and just kind of see what we want to do. And how I do that is, we are just going to kind of take a few little pieces here and there. That what we don't want to decorate is the middle here, because that's where it's going to layer up. And so I'm just going to kind of play around and see where I want each of these little pieces to go in. And we are going to just kind of, so this right here is a 4x4 square. So when I start cutting and doing different things, I'm gonna actually just keep layering the 4x4. And I should be able just to, oh, let's put that a little bit shorter. I want a little bit shorter there. But I'm just gonna start playing with different pieces of the extra. And you know, there's just little pieces that you can either do triangles, you can do the corners here. See how that is? The sky is the limit. But what I like to do is kind of mix it up. I don't want to exactly put everything like this one has to match that one. You can if you want. For you, it may be more pleasing to the eye to look at it in that way. So just decide what you'd like to do and then go for it. I think that's one of the fun parts about these projects is you can do whatever you would like. There we go. So I can just decide, all right, no, I think I want that there. This one here, I'm going to actually make a little tag out of it, and I'm going to cut just the top corners off. See how that is? We're just going to put a little, see how this is going? It's super cool. You could spend hours, literally hours, deciding what you would like to do with your box. So I'm just kind of giving you ideas of what I would do, and then you can have at it from there. The cool part is that I love these projects because you can just make them whatever you would like. And when somebody gets it, they're going to be so excited because it's handmade, and it's from you. And that's the cool part about making projects like this. Put in the comments, what would you use? What would you use this for? A birthday, maybe? Oh, let's see. Happy birthday. We could do an anniversary on this. Wouldn't it be fun to have like a girls' weekend and everybody gets one of these? Like I said, oh, I was going to tell you that this is the tacky glue I'm using. It is from Scotch 3M. You can get it at Michael's. And I've also seen it at Joann's. Every once in a while, I always pick up one and then have one on reserve because sometimes when I am doing a project and I feel like I'm almost, you know, out, I run out and get an extra one just because you just don't want to be out of this stuff. This is what I use for scrapbooking. It is photo safe. It's also I use for card making and lots of my projects and stuff. So I do have a little bit on hand. So I'm doing this a little bit quick, and I will show you in just a second here closer up to the camera there. But I just want to show you how quickly this goes together. And like I said, you could take a long time. You could take however long you want. But I just put a little bit of glue. This glue is so amazing. You don't have to put a ton on there. And like I said, I'm the McDonald's girl. I want it to stick now. And there, look, it already just stuck right off on hand here. And less is best on this glue. If you get too much on it, it does start sliding around. And I want to make sure, let me put it again. There we go. I want to make sure that it stays. Okay, the other thing too is if you want to, you're welcome to, when I do projects and I'm putting things on, if I wanted to put a sentiment or a photo or something like that, I'm only going to glue it on one side. So if someone wants to actually put their picture underneath that little piece, they can totally do that. So this one here, it's almost like a little photo album that you could use, a little photo box. And like I said, I like to make sure that you can pick things up, put things off to the side. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, I like that. I think that's better. But like I said, the sky's the limit. And these dual papers, if you're just joining, they're from SEI. And if you go to seicrafts.com, you'll be able to look at the pages and different paper packs. So this is it. Isn't that super cool? Let me know in the comments. Is it something that you're like, oh, I could do this tomorrow? Like I said, ask me for the instructions. We'll get you them. Okay, so this is going to be our base layer. I'll put it right here off to the side. And now we're just going to we're going to keep building up. And so I am going to just start doing a little bit of the same thing. I want a couple different background. So we're just gonna do the background of this, and let's take our ruler. We want to make sure that we don't have any scraps left over. So this is going to be, let's put it in the right spot, 3 3/4. So I don't want it completely off the side. But look how easy that is. And like I said, just use a little glue. This one, I think I am gonna mirror on this same, the opposite side. I think that would be cute to be able to put that on there. And some of, I actually am gonna leave one of them blank because we're gonna put a tag on one of them, and I think it should be fine. So when I am using this, I'm gonna put this on so that the flowers are gonna be standing up. We don't want flowers going backwards. So we will make sure that that does that. And that's kind of boring. Let's look and see here. We got some green. Should we do some polka dots? Let's do the polka dots. I think that'd be awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do a little square, and I have a little spot where I have some of the stickers that I'm gonna put on, that we can put a little sticker on the side. We'll do that. And then I want to show you, this is going to be a fun one. So this is going to be like a little, let's do 6 inches. This is going to be like a little accordion. And so I'm going to take this. This is 6 by, I think it's about 3. Yep, 6 by 3. And I'm going to score this in 2 different spots. So I'm going to score it 2 inches. And then flip it over. And I'm going to score it in 2 inches. And this is going to be just a little booklet. How fun is that? You can put a couple little pictures on it or some sentiments. We are going to, we're going to start with our punches here. I'm going to take and round the corners. This right here is a little, there's several different kinds. You're welcome to research and figure out which ones you want to do. I prefer this one, but there's also, this one's super old. I have no idea where I ended up getting this. I think this was at Michael's, but it's, the little button is okay, but the platform is not as easy to put the paper in. Sometimes it falls out. Yep, see, there it goes. Sometimes it falls out. Okay, let's use it that way. Do I want it this way? Yes, I want to be able to have it go. So I want to be able to have it go out this way. So I'm going to just go ahead, make sure when I glue it down that it opens up that way so you can see it. And this one here, I'm going to put a little glue, but I'm going to also get my heat gun because I want this one to stay. I don't, you know me, I am one of those. I do not want an embarrassing mishap when I do my projects and something falls apart. So you see that there? Isn't that super fun? I love it. Oh, Cindy, you guys have fog today. Oh, goodness. Hey, good to see you, Christine. I missed you yesterday. I was wondering where my friend Christine was. So here is this little accordion, and we will embellish that. So just keep in mind that that's there. There is one. Okay, this is the 10 by 10 square. And like I said, if you're just hopping on, if you want the instructions, go ahead and put in the comments instructions, and I will send you the instructions. And also don't forget to enter the drawing for the example that I have here. It is, go ahead and put Flutterbox in the comments, and I will enter you into the drawing. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to do another tag. And this one's going to be a big one. I like that. I'm kind of about the big things. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure that this stays on here. I'm not gonna worry about if it's photo safe or not. And I'm going to just take a little bit, put it up on the top here, so it has a little bit of dimension. And then that piece that we just chopped off, I'm gonna actually just flip it over because it's a coordinating. We're gonna go back to using our glue here. And see how that is? I know, I'm so excited, I'm talking so fast, so I need to slow down, right? But it's so stinking fun. All right. There we go. Okay, we're gonna use just a little corner on that. Let's find a little bit of piece of the coordinating color. Look at that, that's just a little scrap. Woohoo, it fits. I'll put a little piece of embellishment on it and it will be wonderful. So, and that's what you want to do with these pages. Think of them as either little card fronts or scrapbook pages. And that's what you're doing. If you want to make this into a scrapbook box, or you could make it into just a card. And this size and what I'm making has 20 pages. So if you want to do this for Valentine's Day, wouldn't that be cool for Valentine's? And the 20 things I love about you. My husband is my best friend, love him dearly. I would fill up a Valentine's box with 20 things very quickly of what I love about him. So I think that that would be a really cool thing if you had someone like that that you wanted to honor and to be a part of. Okay, this one here, I'm gonna make actually a little pocket. So I'm gonna go on each side, and I'm not gonna go on the top, I'm only gonna go and use the bottom here so that I can make a little pocket. I will put something in there. And when I do it, I just wanna put my finger just right there. And what it does is it pops up a little bit and it gives it a little bow in it so that you can easily put something in there. Because if you lay it flat, sometimes it's harder to be able to get things in there. So do you see that there? It's that little pocket. We'll do that, okay? The next layer. Ooh, how exciting. All right, here we go. This is the last layer. And this one here, I am going to do like I did the other one. I am going to make a flower that goes into this, because how cute is that to be able to put a little flower, and I think I might like fill it with candy or something like that. Wouldn't that be really cool to be able to do that? So make sure that it's the way you would like it to be. And I want to make sure, yep, it fits. Tragedy if that wouldn't happen. Okay, so trying to decide. This right here is McGill, and this is at Michael's. This is a pretty big punch. You see how it's got that paddle? I love these punches because this is the older style of the McGill, and it's okay. I'll show you how I use that. But this one here with the paddle on it is so much easier. So I got this at Michael's with a 40% off coupon, and it was so nice. I was like, woohoo, I don't have to worry about full price. There we go. So there is a little mark here that shows you it's in the middle. And all you do is 2 hands and then press down. Let's make sure that's all the way in there. And if you want to make sure, you're welcome to do it this way, because this piece of paper is just a little, almost too small, but it's okay. So see how I just do that? 2 hands together, so much better. That one didn't work. Okay, so I'm gonna take this here and I'm just gonna move and kind of wrinkle it a little bit. I'm gonna roll, because I don't want my flower to be totally just straight. That doesn't give it very much dimension. So I'm just gonna pull the little edges up, make it look a little bit realistic. Same with the other one. I'm gonna actually put a bend in it. See that? I know it doesn't look real, but when I get it together, it does. It's funny how papers be able to mold it the way you'd like to. Okay, so I want to make sure that this stays together. We don't want any tragedies falling apart. So I will use my glue gun. Go ahead and just hold it there for a second. See how it just has a little bit of dimension? We'll do that and I'll squish it once the glue dries a little bit. Popping around there. So that's how I make those. So just 2 of the layers of the, I think this is a pansy, maybe? I think that's a pansy. Okay, and then I'm gonna scoot away for a second here. Here it is. There it is. Whew, I'm back. This right here I got at Walmart. These are pages of, sorry it's so crinkly, but these are pages of gems, and I have used them quite a bit. I love them. I will go back and get more. So Walmart, go for that. And there we go. Okay, so for those of you who are joining me, I have off to the side here, there is 3 colors that I'm going to be using to distress the project. We're going to be doing that kind of all at once. So this is bamboo, this is pear, and this is creme brulee. So in the comments, go ahead and tell me what color do you think I should distress this? So distressing is, let me look here, where's my box? This is the top of the little box. This has distressed in green. So just, it gives it another little dimension of being able to do this. Okay, so let me know in the comments what creme brulee, bamboo, and pear. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be putting that in the middle. I love it. I'm going to give a little bit of a little square on the bottom to give it another color of dimension. It doesn't have to be a perfect, but I want it to kind of just give it a little bit more of a texture. So we'll put this one down. Let's make sure it goes on straight. There we go. And then I'm going to hot glue it down here. There we go. How cute is that? Okay, let's keep going. I think I would love to use the polka dot again. And like I said, I love these coordinating papers because, like I said, we are only using 5 sheets of paper and they're 12 by 12, and so it's very nice to be able to use up the paper. I know I have bins of scraps and things like that, but pretty much when you're going to be done, there's a little bit of excess left over, but you're going to be using a lot. Let's see. You're going to be using quite a bit of your paper, so it's good that there's not a whole lot of extra. And like I said, this is a simple version of what I'm doing just for time's sake. I think last night I spent like 2-3 hours, and so obviously I'm not going to spend that much time, although I would love to hang out and do that long of a thing. I know everybody's time is precious, so it's one of those. I just want to spend a little bit of time with you. It brightens my day, it keeps my crafting going, and I really appreciate you guys watching. I think it's a super fun way to be able to connect with people and share ideas and talents with each other. So feel free to comment and share and like and all that fun stuff. I don't even know all the correct terminology, but I'm here. Let's see. Okay. I may do this flower things. There we go. I think I want it right on the side. Yep. And I just, every once in a while when I don't want to sit there and measure, I just use my finger. I crease the fingernail and I crease the paper on the corner. Yes, that is exactly what I want. And once you start doing these and, you know, over and over again, it becomes just like clockwork. Like I said, just start with your base and then embellishments, and then move up from there. Okay. Like I said, I could spend a long time doing this, but we will, for time's sake, we will move along. Okay, so for right now, that is what I'm going to do for my base. And I could put some more tags and things like that, but I think for right now, I think that's going to be a good thing. All right, so the next step I'm going to do, I'm going to take my paper here, and let's see, what did we see here? We have flutter. Oh, the pear. You think? Yeah, you know what, Amy? I'm a green gal. I love. So we're going to go for it. We're going to do pear. So how this works, these are close to my heart. They flip up, switch, and they snap down. Make sure that when you're doing this, whoop, falling over here, I always do baby wipes. They are my friend while I'm crafting. And this was a sponge that I got. I just cut it up with my scissors just because I didn't want to use the whole thing. I wanted to make sure that I used the best bang for the buck. And just go ahead and rub it back and forth. And then I make more of a sweeping motion. I don't want to do downward motion because I will show you on my piece of paper. If I'm going to do a sweeping motion or I'm going to go like this, these are the two different things that you can get. See how if you sweep, it's more of like just a wispy. This right here is definitely, I don't want it for this project here. I don't want it super bright. I just kind of want it just a little distressed there, so you can faintly see it like that. And you could even go off to the side if you pick up a little bit too much on your project. I know that you probably can't see exactly what it's doing right this moment, but when you keep going and all the different layers, even when it's going to be a lighter color, it does give it just that extra little dimension of color. So like I said, you can see a little bit up here. When you start putting pictures and sentiments and things on it, just a little piece of that green will pop out, and it looks really pretty. This one may be a little bit better because it's an orange color. And like I said, I'm just going to go over the whole thing. I could, if I wanted to, each piece when I'm gluing it on, you can do that. Every piece that you put on and distress all corners and things like that. But for time's sake, that's how I'm choosing to do it today, because I want to make sure that each of the elements on here gets ample coverage. And so I do want to go in the corners and the crevices on each of the ends here. I want to make sure that it just gives it a little bit more depth and texture. All right, it looks like I want a little bit more on the corner here. So like I said, it's just another little layer of green. And deciding, I'm going to put that off to the side. We've got two more layers, and then I will show you a little bit of embellishing. And like I said, if you are more of a, I have people that when I was teaching classes, they didn't want to do any type of smearing and things like that. So it was one of those. It was like, oh, well, we'll see. And I also had people in some of my classes that they did not want to put glitter on any of their stuff. And I was like, whoa, I'm a glitter girl. I love a little bit of sparkle here and there. And so I almost would be like, here, can I help you with a little gem or two to be, you know, and they're like, nope, I'm good. So yeah, it was pretty funny. We were laughing. It was like, well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so there's another layer. We're gonna put that, I think we're gonna do it that way. We'll see. Okay, and then this is the last layer here. Like I said, we're just gonna get a little bit of distress going on, and I'm actually going to do the outside of the box as well, because I love a little extra dimension on the outside of the box. If you wanted to, you can actually put ribbon on this. You could do stickers and gems and all sorts of things. I think the sky is the limit on this. It's, you know, making it your personal touch on your projects. So what you like is maybe not who the next person, but the funny thing is, and I've told you this before, when I teach classes and things like that, I give everyone the same project pieces, but it always comes out that someone's, you know, oh, I didn't want to use that piece, or hey, you know, that's not my favorite color on the project, or I'm gonna go back and embellish it myself. And a lot of times people just you know, same pieces, but everything turns out differently. So it is funny. So on the outside here, I'm just gonna go on the corners here where we scored. And so I don't wanna go in the middle. I think making it look a little bit distressed in just the corners and the edges is my preference. But it just brings another little dimension and element to your projects. And I've seen where it's brown. Brown's one of the very popular to distress, but I kind of like to, quote, go outside the box and make things my own. So I like to be able to put my own spin on it. And I think for this project, if we were to do brown or black, I don't think it would be as to my liking as much. So okay, there we go. We're gonna set that off to the side, and now we are ready to do some of the embellishment stuff. So I showed you in the beginning here, there is some tags and things. I've already used a little bit of this because, like I said, this is my favorite paper, and I've held on to it for so long, thinking that, you know what, I'm going to be using it later on. So what I'm doing here, pick it up here. Nah, nope, I'm not going to do that one. I think I'll do a different one. I am going to, I think I'm just going to put it on here. Yep. Nope. It's a decision game here. I think I'm going to do a flower there. I think that would be super cute. Let's see here. Weird, no, too small. Then let's just do a butterfly. This is one of the butterfly punches. Yep, I think that's cute. We're just gonna do a butterfly on there. Like I said, the punches I got at Michael's, I've got at Joann's. But look how that extra little dimension, it's super cute. So you can use all your scrap pieces of paper, and you can keep going. If I wanted to, I could completely fill this this up with the butterflies, the flowers, and I just go ahead and crease it a little bit because I want it to look a little 3D. And I'm using the hot glue gun because I want to make sure that, because this is the outside layer, I want it to stick. I want it to make sure that it's going to stay there. We don't want any tragedies of opening this up and things falling apart. That's not good. Okay. All right, so that's going to be my base layer. Okay, I want to make sure that my flowers are going the exact same way. So I line it up just like that because I want to make sure that when my project goes together, it is the way that I'd like it to face. Okay, so I'm just going to punch out a couple of these like this. I'm just actually going to put some glue on this for my heat gun because I want to leave it so that it opens up. If somebody wants to put something behind there, I want to make sure that they're able to do that. I try to do that as much as I can so that everybody can have their own interpretation of what's going on. And if they want to put something behind it, if they don't want to, you're able to do that. There we go. This says love you on it. I think that's super cute. Let's look here. I think I want to open this one. Let's do that little tag. And all it is this is a sticker. And I'm just going to squish it together and put it on the corner of our little accordion pull out. Isn't that cute? So, and then the other thing I want to do is I'm going to take a piece. This is a little paper clip, and I'm going to put it on the top. Let's do a coordinating. There we go. We're going to do yellow, and I'm going to put it on here just like this. There we go. We can see it. And then I'm just going to slide that on so you can open it up so it's interactive. And I'm going to take a little butterfly. Let's do this. Is a tiny one. This is Fisker's, and it's a little, if you can see it there, that's the little butterfly. And I'm just going to take one of those. Make sure you can see it. This has a little opening where you can take it, open it up, and then look at this thing. It's so cute. I'm going to put that on the top just to give it another little extra. There we go. So now when they pull it, there's that cute little butterfly. So hence the flutter box. We'll see how that goes. All right. Next one here, I'm going to take, you're just going to put that down on the side. Take one of the butterflies. We're going to put that in the little box there. I'm going to put it off to the side. Okay, there's another one. So I'm just putting a little bit of embellishment on each one. Like I said, you can decide what you want to do. Like I said, it's, well, let's see, which way do I want this to go? I think I want it this way. You can decide how much and how busy you want your box to be, how much, how interactive you would like it to be as well. So, like I said, the sky is the limit. And I am going to put a little tag in there into our little box that we made, or little folder that we made there. See how that is? Isn't that fun? We'll be able just to pull it out. Maybe we'll put a sentiment there, something like that. Let's see, what does this say? So happy together. I think that would be super cute on the top here. So let me put that on and I'll show you. There we go. And I'm actually gonna distress this a little bit in the green because I want that to mirror what's going on. There we go. Isn't that cute? Took 2 seconds and I love it. Somebody's gonna just, yeah, enjoy. Okay, now I would like, see how I've got a little bit of that red polka dot? I think I would like to do some of that red polka dot here. And Yeah, this right here, this is a different one. I love these punches. They make things super quick and easy. So I'm gonna just take these and I'm gonna glue them just right on the corner. So then there can be another dimension. There we go. And then the next one. And then the middle, or the inside, very inside of the box, I'm going to leave just as we did it. I'm not going to put too much in it because I'm going to take some of the butterflies. I'll put them in the inside there. Hey, Abby, good to see you watching. So there we go. We're ready. We're ready to put that together. So this is how I'm going to do that. When you put these together, I make sure that the middle of your cross, or the X, this is the bottom sheet, right? So I want to make sure that the corner, you can see each of the corners, they're straight, and they when you push this down, that they're going to open up correctly, meaning that they'll have a little bit of free play in each page. So I want to make sure that when this goes together, that it's not going to get stuck. So I always put it here. Let's make sure again. I want to make sure. Always do it twice. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to put it on the bottom here where I want this to go. And I'm a little bit generous because I want to make sure that it goes down. Just push it down. There we go. And then let's keep moving. We're going to take and make sure that the corners there line up. We're just going to put it right on top of each other. Make sure that it moves. There we go. And like here, there's a little butterfly piece. So I'm going to move the butterfly a little bit so that it does not snag on the... Okay, that's where I want it to go. So just fold it up. You can use just the regular glue as well. If you don't have a glue gun, it's not absolutely necessary. But I like that it does that because it makes it a little bit, you know, just stationary. That glue, when it sets up, the glue sets up really well. Okay, so that's how I want this one. There we go. I know I'm excited to be able to see what this looks like when it turns out. When you have visions of things in your head and you're like, I wonder how this is going to go. And thankfully, it is going to my favor, I think. Okay. All right. I'm not going to put that together yet because the last thing we're going to do before we, I show you how it all flips together is we have to make the top. And we took the 6 by a quarter. We took the little sides at 1 inch and we put them together. I did glue them so that they will stay. And that's how I make sure that they stay, as I put the paper clips on there. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to distress the corners again. And like I said, just keep sweeping motion. That gives it a little bit of a distress. If you dab it, it's going to be a lot more darker. But I just want just a little bit of green depth in there. Okay. All right. So that was super easy. Okay. Now I'm going to take coordinating. What should we do? Should we do the polka dots? Should we do the flowers? What do you think? I know. It's one of those. We do have a lot of the polka dots. I do think that the polka dot, what do you think? I think the polka dot's going to win out. Yep, I think it is. It's great. Okay, we're going to stress that a little bit on the sides. There we go. Okay, so now here's the fun part. We're going to, I just turned on my my little mini press for the Cricut. And this here is, these are little puffy, I would say. They're puffy images that we're actually going to iron on this part of the box. And I'm super excited. It says that we just need to just preheat it and then put it on there for 15-20 seconds. And then it should slowly peel away after it cools down. And we should be able to see what this looks like on the box. So let's see. I'm actually going to pick the flowers on here. So I'm going to cut these out. So these are the flowers that I'm going to use. We'll try that. We're going to put that right down in the corner. And then I think I'm going to go with the Love You and keep that a little flower down there. Oh, it says it's excited. Let's see here. Yep. 1, 2, there we go. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the Love You, and then we're going to put the flowers right there. So while that's finishing warming up, I'm going to take, this is the McGill flower punch. And this one here, this is how I do this one, and I have to stand up to do this. I have to flip it over and then press on it. And that's why this one here, it is not my favorite, but we'll see how it goes. If it's gonna, yep, there it goes. It makes that sound. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Whew, there we go. There's one. And then here's the second one. You can watch me struggle because this is just, it's not, I'm so glad that they switched to, I'm so glad that they switched to this panel kind of thing where you can paddle, you can just swish it on there and it's no big deal. Okay, so garbage. We'll put that off to the side. This one here, I'm going to take and just kind of offset just like that. So I'm going to use my glue gun, put these on here. And then I do just like the other flower, I'm going to scrunch it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more realistic. I'll put one of the gems on there so it looks sparkly. And that is ready to go. You can, if you want, let's put a little bit of green on it, give it a little dimension. There we go. And there, I could make a bunch of these, put them all over on the project. The sky's the limit, but like I said, time-wise, we probably should keep moving on. Okay, so we're gonna see how this goes. This is my little Cricut mini press. And it says to put it on there for 15 to 20 seconds. So I wanna make sure where it's at. There we go. And I don't want this to move. So we'll see how this goes. I know, I'm excited to see if how it works. It could be a epic fail, or it could be my new favorite thing. We'll see. I know, 15 seconds is a long time. But go ahead in the comments there if you're just coming on. We are going to be putting together a giveaway. This is the box that we're going to be giving away. So if you want to be entered into that, put in Flutterbox right down at the comments. If you want to run over to Instagram, I'm putting it up on Instagram, and you can tag friends and get more entries. But I'm going to be drawing for that next Wednesday when I do my next live. Okay, let's see. It's moving. Okay, good. So what this says is it needs to dry or cool down. So I may just let this cool down for a second. and then we'll see how it goes. That's the one thing about live. You get to follow me in my triumphs and trials here. Okay, so we're gonna let that go off to the side and just cool down, and we'll see how that goes. I might have to heat it up again. I'm not sure. This is the first time for that, so we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to just do a couple more of these little butterflies. And we're going to put a couple of them in each of the, in the middle there. And this is what I like to do about scraps and things like that. I've got little boxes of different projects and things I've done, and I've just kind of, what scraps I have and things like that, been able to just, you know, use them up that way. Like I said, here's the little tiny one. This is the little butterfly. And I'm just going to punch some of these out. It actually catches it in the little tray there. And then we'll rip it apart. I like to get every little piece and scrap out of my stuff. And one more, I think. Yep. So I will be putting these in the inside. See that? And I'm just going to move them around so they look like they're flying. There we go. And I'm just going to drop them in here. There we go. Isn't that cool? I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see how this ends up. Okay, here we go. Let's see how it works. Oh my, how cool. I think this is my new favorite thing. So you can take it, pull it back. Okay, I'm going to show you because I don't want to have all the fun. Look at this. It actually leaves that, it's a little bit tough to pull on it, but it actually takes the felt and everything and pulls it up. Oh my, I'm so excited. So seicrafts.com. How neat is that? And I wish you were here to feel it. It is fluffy. It's like almost like felt. It's really like, you know, flannel graphs. How many people have seen, you know, flannel graphs? It's awesome. Okay. I think I just want that one on there. I think that's, yep. I think I just want that because I'm going to put this little frame. Yep, I'm going on it. Here's a little frame. Well, you know what? I think that's too big for the side. Let's take it and make it. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to put that on there. There we go. And I am going to take a little bit of, yep, I'm going to take a couple of the scraps, and we're going to put a little bit more dimension on it. And like I said, it would be really cute if you could start putting gems on it and things like that. How cute is that? Okay, now we're going to put it on our project after we're going to distress it, make sure that it looks exactly like the rest of the box. And like I said, you could put ribbon on this, you could put lace around it, add a little bit more dimension to it. you're welcome. I mean, that's, let's say, the project is definitely a whatever you would like to do. I'm going to make sure that this stays on because the top is the most important and needs to be very durable. So I'm going to flip it over, push it down. Let's fold up the pieces again. Okay, so there is the top. Isn't that cool? I am so excited. I know this is taking a long time, but thank you for hanging in there with me. And it's one of those projects where I am super pleased at how it turned out. And I want you to tell me what would you do this for? I mean, it would be super cute for a birthday party, for teas. Wouldn't this be really neat to do a tea party and then everybody has one of these sitting at their place, and then when they open it up, it's so cute. Okay, so let me move things around. Make sure that we get everything off to the side here. So this is how we're going to put this together. Each one I fold up one at a time. So I make sure that each piece is going to be able to fit okay. There we go. So now everything's up. And then here, this is how we do the bottom. You're going to go up, up, and then fold that. So each of these little pieces of paper go on, these little extras, they go on the outside. And there we go. So that's how it's inside. And I think it'd be great to be able to put in some candy or, little confettis. I have little butterflies in there. And there we have it. Isn't that super cool? Okay, should I open it up? Well, let's open it up. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so here's our box. 12 by 12. There's 4 sheets of 11, 10, 12, and 7.5. So I know that's all in the, like I said, if you want the instructions, put in their instructions and I'll get them to you. So, and then the top is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So, this is it. Are you ready? Ta-da. So, isn't that fun? Oopsie, and there went all the butterflies. I think that's so cute. So, like I said, this is called a explosion box. I called it a flutter box because I just didn't know if that was an okay word to say on Facebook. Sometimes there's words that people, listen to and then they bleep you off because it's one of those where it might be, a word they're not supposed to be in there. So, this is my flutter box. Thank you so much for watching. I had an awesome time with you guys. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. Keep suggesting. I do go back and read the comments. If you're watching on a replay, put on the replay, and then I can send you the instructions if you put in the comments instructions. Like I said, we're going to be doing the drawing next week for the other one. So in the comments there, put flutter box and I will enter you in. Thank you so much for watching. I pray that you have a blessed day. Enjoy your week, and we will see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Take care.